said shall manifest. Everything that he said shall be released. Release your glory. Release your power. Release your glory. Release your power. Whoa! He's releasing it right now. 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 I feel miracles. Woo! I want you to look at somebody and say, I feel miracles. Woo! I feel miracles. What did you all see under my house? I feel miracles. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel a miracle. What is a miracle? It's something supernatural that only God can do. Oh! Oh! We believe in you, Jesus. 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 We still believe in your word, oh God. We still believe in your promises, oh God. We believe in you, Jesus. He's ready and he's able to perform. He's ready and he's able to perform. He's ready and he's able to perform. Woo! He's ready and he's able to perform. He's ready and he's faithful to perform. He's ready and he's loyal to perform. He's ready and he's accountable to perform. He's a man of his word. Woo! Now everybody lift up your worship right there to the God of miracles, to the God of healing. Come on, wherever you are, wherever you're sitting, wherever you're standing, just believe. Just begin to believe. Just begin to activate your faith. Come on, let's do it together. Come on, let's do it together. Come on, let's press in, let's push in. Come on, we both believe. We all believe. We're all in agreement. And we're believing God for your miracle, for your family, for your children, for anything that you're believing God for. We stand in agreement with you right now. And we believe God work a miracle. Woo! God work a miracle. Yeah! Come on. Come on. Woo! Hallelujah. 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 He said he's ready and he's able. He's ready and he's able. Woo! He's ready to do it just for you. He's ready to do it just for you. He's ready to do it just for you. Just for you. Just for you.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody, let's get up on in here. It is time for morning maintenance. Morning maintenance. Is everybody excited for morning maintenance? It's about to be on and popping. We got some awesome, wonderful guests in the building for morning maintenance. We've got Elder Lorraine. We've got Jeff Will. And we've got Dr. Anna Jackson. Man, say hello, everybody. Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people.
Good morning. Good morning, Grand Rising.
Hello, people.
Yes. So We've got some awesome things going on right now. Good morning, Italy Henderson. Italy Brown. Excuse me, I'm reading. Good morning, Melissa Malone. Good morning, Mama Mia. Good morning, good morning. I need y'all to like, share, and tag. Like, share, and tag right now. Get somebody in here who needs to see this message. Good morning, Vernice. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on, I need to see a couple more people before we get started into this thing. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for morning maintenance. Morning maintenance. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. So while we are waiting for a couple more people to come on in, I do want to invite you guys out this Sunday. What's going on, Miss Courtney? What's going on? Deja, what's going on? What's going on? But I do want to invite you guys out this Sunday, because it's Mother's Day and we've got something crazy going on. It's only going on in the best place to be at 2244 Panola Road in the wonderful city of Lithonia, Georgia. We just call it the 3D Church. It's about to be on and popping for Mother's Day. Is everybody excited for it? It's going to be amazing. I'm pretty sure Pastor John has something crazy going on up his sleeve. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, the experience is in the building. Pastor John is in the building. That's right. Bring your mama to church day. Bring your mama to church day. That's what it is. That's what it is this Sunday. Bring your mama to church. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be talking about having faith during rough times, keeping faith during rough times. And the only thing that comes to my mind about having faith during rough times is Job. Job is the number one thing that comes to my mind, how he had everything and lost everything in the blink of an eye, only because God said, you can test my servant, he won't fail me. How do we keep that same faith, Jess Will?
Yeah, I thought you said Jess Will. I'm about to say, who is that?
No, Jeff Will.
But man, maintaining the faith during hard times, I feel like that's the hardest thing to do, especially because, and you left this out, especially when God says you can test my servant, especially when you serve God and you've been serving God for a long time. He says, well, before I elevate them, before I promote them, I want you to go test them to see if he really, or if she is really about what are they really into me like that?
Yes.
So this is the thing, when God says you can test my servant, it's like, hold on, God. Oh, I thought we was like this.
We was cool.
I thought we was cool.
I thought we was
tight. Get tested. When I served you, when I come to church every week and serve you, when I give my tithes and my offering, when I serve you, when I wake up and I have a conscious mind to go ahead and do everything in your will, I still got to get tested, and my faith has to get tested. And I think it is the hardest thing to do, but it's one of the best things to go through.
Yes.
When it happens.
Ooh, Dr. Anna, I know you got something on that. What do you got? What you got to say on that?
Okay, so I give it to Job. You know, he went through a lot, but Job is not the only one. Like we default to Job, but there are so many people in the Bible who went through ridiculous things. You talked about Moses yesterday. Moses was called long before he even knew who he was.
Yes.
He killed the guard down there with the Hebrew slaves, and then it just went downhill from there for him. Like, he thinks it did, although, you know, all of that was a setup for him to come back. But what he did is what most of us do. We run. We run and we hide until God say, all right, you can't hide no more. And then we just be like, okay, God, send me. I ran as far as I can go. I'm ready. Like, you still here? I appreciate it. Just send me. I'm ready to go. But like he doubted himself, but he never doubted God. He never doubted that God was going to bring him out of things. And because we tend to doubt ourselves all the time. We're human. We're gonna run, we're gonna hide, we're gonna be angry, we're gonna be mad at God. Like, God, I grew up very privileged. I didn't have all of this, and now you want me to live in the wilderness? Okay, I mean, I guess. All right, God, I will follow you. So, and it's easier said than done, especially when you're not going through a storm at the moment. But it's the one thing that you can never do is you can never doubt God. Like,
yes,
you might lose your faith a little. You might be angry with the world, but you cannot doubt that God is going to bring you out. Because up until this point in your life, you survived every bad day,
every battle,
every storm. You have survived every attack, and it's always been God that has brought you out, and it will always be God that brings you out. So when you're going through, you cannot doubt God. And again, easier said than done. I know it, but
That's right. Elder. So we talked about Job. We talked about Moses. Who else in the Bible kept the faith during tough times?
Honestly, in hard times. What do we consider really being hard times? Because sometimes our hard times is not even hard times. It's called process. It's called
process.
Growing. It is called developing. It is called that I'm preparing you for your next level. Just like Dr. Arnold said, that Job was not the only somebody that went through something. Let's not talk about Sister's mother, and let's not talk about Mary. Let's not talk about the process that she went through when her only son, her only baby. Not only did she go through the process, but she had to watch him go through the process. And then what did she do? She went back and completed the process.
Yes.
She went back we have to look at it. Is this really a problem, or is this a part of my process? Sometimes we magnify the problem versus the solution.
See, that's good. That's good.
So, Josh, I want to say one more thing in the Bible. So we all know Peter. He walked with Jesus.
Yeah,
walk with them side by side. I kill for you. I do, and they ain't gonna do nothing to you. Check this out. In Luke, Satan said, "I want to sift him. I want to sift him just to shake his faith." And check this out. He ain't say, "I want to sift Peter. I want to sift Simon." So they want to come from the old you. They want to come from the old you. I want to see if the old you gonna rise. If I go for it, I want to see you got this new thing. I know you're walking in authority, you standing up tall, and you're doing all that. But I want to see if the old you gonna come if I shake your faith.
That's good.
That is really good.
Because the Bible says we are created new. We are new creatures in God, and so that means the way we used to handle the old things, like going back to Job, his friends was like, "Well, just cuss God and die." That was the old him. Job was like, "No, listen, the new me can't do that.
Right.
You can't come for me like that. I'm with God. I can't go back to the old me because God brought me out of that." And as listen, like Elder said, we don't have problems. We have processes. And when we begin to look at things differently, if you look at exercising your faith like you exercise your muscles, that your muscles are going to break down, they're going to tear down in micro tears, and they're going to rebuild stronger. And that's what our faith does in trial after trial. It tears down just a little bit so that it can grow back stronger and bigger. And after a while, you walk around here with big old oak shoulders and neck muscles. Like, we might not do that in the physical, like our faith don't look like that, but that's what it should feel like. You don't want to go back to the old you. You don't want to go back to the string bean you with a little bit of faith. You gotta walk around with your big old hope shoulders faith. You gotta come out swinging the new way.
Swinging, yeah.
That God is going to teach you through this trial, every trial. He always will.
Now we got to remember, Jesus was also tested. Jesus was also tested.
Yeah, I
So
think we test Jesus every day, to be honest. Like,
Did Jesus
was
ever have
tested,
an old him? I mean, he was real slick at the tongue, but he
he
never had
was.
the spirit.
He
Jesus
was.
flipped tables. Jesus very humble. He said, "Turn the other cheek," but Jesus also went in there and flipped tables. So
He flipped tables. He
You gotta
talked back to
remember-
his mama.
you gotta be
Look.
careful when you ask the question. How
You
was
can't
Jesus
say that
doing?
Mother's Day week. He didn't talk back to his mom. He told her he was about his father's business.
Look here.
He had to let that know. He had to
But you
clarify.
have to remember that the Bible teaches us that, when I was a child, I spoke like a child.
That's
Right.
right.
In my childish days, you would get popped in the face. You might get your ear cut off. I'm just saying, but now that I became an adult,
I put away childish things.
not in the physical, but in the spiritual realm, I have became an adult. But God got a sense of a human. We think God is cutting the other cheek and then boom. That's what you just did to me, God. So we gotta understand. We have to learn how to put away. We have to change the message. You may still have a process, but the thing is, how will you adapt to it? How will you come out of it? Will you go through it? You going through hell, or will you go through it looking victorious? Because it's not what you go through; it's always how you go through a situation.
How you go through it. Now, that's crazy how you say that, because there's one person in the Bible that was supposed to go through a situation the right way, but ended up doing it the wrong way. Jonah. Now, we always talk about how Jonah just goes to Nineveh after after running from God, but we never talk about what happened after he went to Nineveh. So he goes to Nineveh after being swallowed by the whale and got spit out, goes to Nineveh, but he thinks that God is still going to strike. So he sits at the top and says, God's just going to do it. I know it. I'm waiting for it to happen. And then what happens? God, okay, I see you being ignorant for a season. I'm going to put something over you, let you sit in there for a little bit. But then he kept waiting. He was like, no, it's about to happen. Just wait. God, you see it? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He sat up there and died.
Yeah.
You can't.
Jonah was disobedient twice.
Twice.
Exactly, twice. But we have some people that will sit and look for trouble. They will look for trials. They will look for tribulations. Instead of just saying, okay, God, let me go through it. If it comes, whatever may come, I'm gonna keep moving because I know that God got me. God got my back. So I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pressing. Grandma used to always tell me, if you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. So sometimes people go looking for, look for, oh, you know what, this ain't gonna work. You haven't even tried it. You're doubting yourself. We talk about having faith in God, but do you have faith in yourself?
Ooh.
That hit.
Ooh. And God will test you with your worst enemy. God will test you with your worst enemy.
And when
There'll be a
God
time.
says, pray for the person that hurt you the most, and I just listen. I be like, God, I don't even like them. You want me to pray for them today?
Right.
I don't even like you in real life.
Y'all just said something. All right, Elder said, do you have faith in yourself? You just, Dr. Jackson just said, I got to pray for people who I don't like. And so guess what? This goes deep into, do I really like me? Do I have faith in me?
On.
Do I really like myself? Do I give myself that much credit? I don't even see myself. Do I see myself walking into an open door? Do I see myself getting promoted? Do I see myself going out to the nations? Do I
all stuff and everybody else, but we cannot. But all we can see is our own flaws. That one time I failed that one test in that one grade is hindering me from doing all of the things that God told me to do. That one no on that novel I wanted to publish has stopped me from ever writing ever again. But my neighbor is writing and I am backing their book. Like, but I myself.
Ooh,
Y'all
I'm
not talking
bringing.
good enough in the
I'm
comments.
gonna bring it home. I'm gonna bring it home.
Come on, share it out. Share it out.
I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna bring it home. That one social media star made a video and it's blowing up, and mine ain't doing nothing.
It's just in there, and it's just like, God, I see what you're doing with everybody else, but we don't recognize the ministry that He has put in us and how we are impacting. We have to start looking at the impact that we make on a daily basis in our town, in our community, on our jobs, instead of looking to see what we've done around the world. When you go looking in the four corners of the world, you might only find something in one corner, but that doesn't mean you haven't made an impact. You look at the community and you
But
go ahead, Elder.
Could it be that maybe that's the one thing that you're trying to push that you're doing it prematurely?
Prematurely.
Could it be that like you're not ready for that blow up? You're not ready for that elevation. Sometimes when we go too fast, when we go before God, we commit spiritual suicide. We kill ourselves because we're not ready. We think we're ready. We see our like neighbor ready, but here's the thing: you don't know what that neighbor went through. You don't know how many sleepless nights they had. You don't know how much money that they invested. You don't know how many friends that they lost. You don't know what family member walked out on them. The thing is, can you handle the process? Can you handle the like elevation? Can you handle the like trials? Can you handle everything that comes with it? See, sometimes God will save you from your own death.
He will. See, TJ said it the other day, you may be ready, but you're not prepared. Ready and prepared are separate things. Listen, when I was pregnant with Amina, I was ready to be a mom. And then when they told me that day I was going home with a baby, I was like, oh my God, I am not ready for this. I was not prepared at all. I thought I was. And God's no is always not a no. You know, sometimes His no is for our protection. It's not vindictive. And then that's when we start losing faith. Like I got out the military, and that was the only thing I knew. I wanted to go back to y'all. I tried for months, and every door was closed. God was telling me no because He was protecting me. Because then I would have had to serve under our last president. I might have ended up in North Korea. I don't know. But He was protecting me from myself. And then we self-sabotage because we take His no and let that just consume us because we were told no. But that's not it. Like no, sometimes it's not yet. Or is not at all for your protection. But you don't have to explain that to her. It goes back to having faith and understanding that when He say yes, He say yes, it's time to go. When you say no, that means it's His seal.
I want to flip this. I want to ask this question. Elder, before you started Butterbrams ATL, Dr. Jackson, before you went for your doctors, Josh, before you just went out for that thing, did you get that feeling that overcame, like it just overwhelmed you, like, ooh, but what if it don't work? What happens when before you do something real big? What happens when that feeling comes over you and you got now that's the faith hurdle right there.
Yeah.
When you have to overcome your what if or what if they don't like this? I don't even see myself. What happens when you got to overcome that thing just before the big thing is about to get birthed?
See, the thing I gotta remember, whenever I stream, I gotta remember I'm not trying to reach the masses. I'm trying to reach one person. I'm not trying to reach the masses. I'm not trying to get fame and fortune. I'm trying to reach one person. If that one person is satisfied with whatever I'm looking at, or then I did my job. Because that's what I'm trying to reach. That's what God has given me. I'm trying to reach that one person. That one person shares it out to the next person. It's a process. I'm not supposed to just go click live and be like, oh my gosh, I hit 1,000 people. No. I'm supposed to reach one person at a time. And that's the same thing that we're supposed to do with everything. It's patience. We have to reach one person at a time. They will know us by our love, but that's one person at a time.
They'll know you by your God. It says, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me.
This wasn't,
one other thing. Go ahead on Dr. Anna.
No, you go ahead.
So here's the thing. We have to process in our mind. Has we prepared for the thought? Did we prepare just for the ideal, or are we prepared for what's about to happen in the process? So whenever that I'm getting ready to release something, the idea is in my head. I prepare for the idea. Now that I prepared for the idea, let me prepare for the work. Let me prepare for, because just like John said, if one person is blessed by my Father, then I have done great. Because when that one person hits, I found out yesterday that my body is now going. It will be flying to mouse baby today. Because I met one person here in the city. So now, whatever that God puts his stamp of approval on it, it will go. It will go, like Dr. Said, to the four corners. You just got to get that mindset ready. The process has to be ready.
The process. Dr. Jackson, you just got a house. The process on that.
How big your house?
Big enough.
I'm just saying, the process on that. How many no's did you have to go through?
We went through a few. Listen, we actually started this process with a no. They wanted some money, and I was like, listen, my veteran status said I don't have to do this, that what y'all asking me for. And they were like, oh, well, maybe this isn't the community for you. And I said, okay, well, maybe it is. And we was riding down the road, and they was like, well, just send us the email saying that you want to back out of the process or whatever. And Nevin was like, don't do that email just yet. I was like, okay. I forgot about it. 2 days later, the day after Christmas, they were like, yeah, you being a disabled veteran and all, we really can't just let you go. So we're going to waive all of that, and we're going to give you this house, and we're going to start your process. And from there, we started this process with a no. Y'all don't understand. We literally started with a no. But God came back and said, this is my birthday present to you. Here you go. You can have
goodness.
It. And it was ours. And it was, we had a few more no's along the way and some questions, and we had some trials, and we had some setbacks, and we had some, I don't know if this is going to be done the right way, but we got there. And
but it's that trusting of the process. If you would have sent that letter, if you would have sent that letter, my goodness.
But we have to understand that behind every no, there is a greater yes.
There is. Listen, if God said yes, ain't nothing a man can say about it.
Nothing.
God said yes when we rode through this neighborhood, long before we even knew. God knew what he was doing. And that man said, well, this is not for you. But God said, that's yours. That one right there, that's yours.
My God. My God.
And his. Listen,
goodness gracious.
Hearing that the night before that big thing, when I was writing, I was finishing of all the classes for my doctorate, and I had one last hurdle, and I could not jump that hurdle. I was at Outback Steakhouse with some friends, and I went in the bathroom and cried for 20 minutes because I could not jump that hurdle. I could not figure out why God would bring me all the way to this end to not let me finish. And it was one simple thing that I was overlooking. Well, and then there was one major thing, the faith in God. It was just I was angry with God that I got all the way there and could not finish. But I cried out to God, and then that night I went home and I prayed about it. And then 2 days later, I got the clearance. I got the all good. It's here you go. Here's a set of people for you to interview and get your stuff done. And I got my stuff done in one of the most ridiculous times in history. I was interviewing emergency departments in the middle of the pandemic, the middle, when everybody was in there. But it was just I had to reassess. I had to cry. I had to get all the frustration and the anger out so that I could think clearly through what the next steps were going to be. Because I cannot hear God say yes if I have made up my mind that this is a no. I had to get all of that out. I had to cry it out. I had to get all the frustration out. I had to get myself out of the way so that I can hear God say, this is your next step.
My goodness. And I hate that we have to end this, but do y'all have any closing statements?
Listen, James chapter 1 verse 2-4. Count it all joy when you face trials and tribulations. Take that with you and run. Live by it.
Count it all joy.
It's hard to count it all joy when you're in the middle of this battle that just seems to keep raging, but I promise it will be over. And when it is over, you are going to have a testimony to tell like nobody's business. So just count it all joy when you are going through this, and God will bring you out of it. He is a man of his word. He said he will bring you out, he will bring you out.
Jeff will.
Well, I know we say this every time when we're happy, but you got to say this every time when you're going through. Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God. So I mean, listen, even if it's good and even if it's bad, you know what? It's all working. It's all working. When I did this, when I left here, when they let me go, when they did all that, it's working for you good. It's working because if they didn't take you off your job, you would have never been an entrepreneur. You would never knew that you can do this, and you would have never known that you could do that. So don't think of things right now if it looks hard. Don't think of things like you're just going through. You're just being cultivated. You're just going through process. Listen, God is going to work it out in your favor. I'm telling you. You're looking at 4 witnesses up on here, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be the next one because your testimony is going to be so big that you want to write a book about it. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Ooh. Elder, go ahead.
I'm going to say this is something that our pastor always says. I want to encourage you to replace your problems with process. And then once you do that, get in your mind, I'm going to live to see it happen. I am going to live to see this happen. I am going to live to see the blessings of God. Then also, once you live to see it happen, stop saying that you done made it to the overflow, but just say that you done made it to your set place. I see what we're considering to be overflow now. God is saying that's what I was trying to get you to, but I had to take you through this process so that you would understand it and you would know how to appreciate that I had stored up for you in your storehouse.
Yes. And man, that is this crazy. It just reminds me of one scripture, Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Sometimes we get into a season to where we like I said last night, we've tried everything. We've done everything. We've done left and right. But sometimes we need to get that heart check. Get that heart check to where we can trust in the Lord so he can direct our path. Sometimes we have to get that plan of attack so we can execute it the right way. Well, I thank everybody for coming in on 3D Morning Maintenance. Yes, this is pop-up. We've done popped up on you twice. And I'm glad you guys were able to.
You better have shared it. I told you we go together.
Come on.
You better tell the world about us.
Look, share it out. Now, I do want to invite you guys out. It's Bring Your Mama to Church Day. And I need everybody to bring your mama to 2244 Panola Road in the wonderful city of Lithonia, Georgia.
We not just don't simplify it to just your mama. Bring your mama, your cousin, your daddy, your brother, your sister, everybody in your family.
Tell them to bring
it's a +5. It's a +5. Everybody got to come.
Look, your invitation, like Jeff said, your invitation is a +5. Come on.
Bring the pet.
Bring them on. Because look, last year's Mother's Day was crazy. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be crazy.
Crazy.
Sheesh.
Listen, we love y'all. Peace. See y'all next time.
Bye. Love you.
All right.
I love you. Have a good day.